Hi guys and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be making this coat into a gilet. So I'm going to be removing both sleeves and then stitching the inner to the outer so it's sleeveless. So let's get started. Now 9 times out of 10 when a coat's bagged in it's done through the sleeve. So let me just pull this through. Yeah, so it's this area here that it's just been stitched because the stitch it right sides together all the way around the coat and then it's pulled through via this area here, and that's why it's called bagging in. Right, so let me just get my glasses on. Right, so let me just get this unpicked. Right. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to get it turned. And I'm going to unpick. So around the arm area, I'm going to unpick all that to remove this sleeve first of all. So this is the row of stitching that I'm going to be unpicking. Right, so that's the padded part of the sleeve. So now I'm going to take the lining part off. Right, so let me just cut the edge off the overlocking. It comes undone easier. So I'm just going to start by snipping the end of that. And you just get the cotton where it's your row of stitching is. Get that. And just pull it. Oh, what it is. Right, so that's the complete sleeve off. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in through the jacket and pull the next sleeve through. And I'm going to do the exact same on this. Right, so once you've got your sleeves out, if you've got any of these side seams or shoulder seams, if they've come undone at all, then you need to restitch them in place. But I'm going to go inside now. Let me just think, which is going to be the easiest way to do this. Now where I'm going to bag it in, I'm going to bag it in down this side here. You could do it on the hem and get away with it neat enough, but I'm going to do it here because you won't see it. So let me unpick that area first, then I can pull it through to pin it. Right, so let me just come down a few inches there. Under that. Right, so for getting the arms, I'm going in here. I'm going to pull this through and start clipping this in place. So I'm lining up the seams. Right, so I'm going to go in there, pull this, and I'm going to stitch it, and I'm going to have the interfacing bit underneath, because sometimes that can be a pain getting caught in your foot, can't it? Right, so let's have a look at that, because I want to line them seams up. Right. Right, so let me just get that. And I'm going to keep making sure that this is flat because you can see where it's creasing, so I don't want any tucks as I'm coming round that. Good back tack. And my seam allowance is about a centimetre. So I'll just get this. Right, so just make sure that those seams are lining up. And they are. There we go. Like I say, it's a little bit tricky this. There's a little bit of fullness there, so I'm just going to ease that in. So on the lining there'll be some slight tucking. In fact, no, I'm going to go back and ease it in more. Get in there. Right. So I'm just going to start easing a little bit in at a time. There we go. A little bit. And there we go. Right, let's have a look at that. If that's... Yep. You see, it's a little bit tricky, guys. Right, I'm coming up now to where the shoulder area is, so let me just see. I'm going to back tack that. And then I'm going to try and find a better... Right, so it's this bit here now that I need to get. So let me just pull that through from the opposite side. Yep. Get that. And then restitching it. Right, so let me get this. I'm have to do a little bit of easing again here. That's stitched. And then just get that, making sure that's laying flat. Right, so let me just get that in there. Now it's going to be odd to actually top stitch that down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just top stitch it from the outside. And I'm going really, really close to the edge. Right, so let me get that under there. I'm starting underneath the arm so that where the back tack is, it's not going to stand out. So I'm pulling the line in and folding that flat. And I'm going to run this where you've got your two, you know, that you've got your two things on your foot pedal. I'm going to make sure that this is lining up with the inside of this inner one. So it's going to be just on the inside there. So I do really get it close to the edge. I'm just making sure that that lining is not showing on the outside again. Right, so you can just see there, guys, that you've got a nice, neat edge on your sleeve. Right, so let's go in this again, just here, and I'm going to pull the next one through now. I'm going to pull. Right, so I'm going to come in here. Never look at this because it needs to be right side to right side, like so. Right, we just make sure that that's not going to be twisted. What I'm doing here is getting the side seam and on the lining, and I'm just going to put those together, grab hold of that with my thumb and then pull them through. And I'm going to start stitching these together. Right, so that's that arm done, and then all that's left to do is to stitch this where its bagged in point is. Its new bagged in point, should I say. Right, so I'm folding the fabric inside on itself. I'm coming a little bit past where the opening is. Once again, I'm stitching really, really close to the edge. Right, let me just get that cotton out. I can cut that off after. And again, just a bit past on the opposite side. So here I now have a gilet instead of a coat. Now it is a bit tricky when you get to the machine sewing round the armholes because the shoulder there area is small. So trying to get through it is quite difficult. So I always do it in two halves, like you saw that I did on machine, and it's much easier to do. So if you've got a long puffer coat or even a short puffer coat that you're tired of it being a coat, why not consider taking the sleeves off and making yourself a gilet? So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you have. Take care for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.